The national government is a lost cause. Concentrate on your local offices, especially your county sheriff. As Chris Ann has correctly pointed out, decent local officers could make the federal government totally irrelevant and prepare for the worst. The second remedy is nullification. Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison all said, when the federal government does things which are not on the list, each state has the natural right to nullify of their own authority all such acts of the federal government. Thomas Jefferson said in his draft of the Kentucky Resolutions of 1798 under the 8th resolution, quote, where powers are assumed which have not been delegated, a nullification of the act is the rightful remedy. That every state has a natural right, in cases not within the compact, to nullify of their own authority all assumptions of power by others within their limits, that without this right they would be under the dominion absolute and unlimited of whosoever might exercise this right of judgment for them. James Madison commented on this in his Notes on Nullification, written 1834, quote, the right of nullification meant by Mr. Jefferson is the natural right which all admit to be a remedy against insupportable oppression, end quote. In Federalist number 46, Madison says, respecting unconstitutional acts of the federal government, the people can refuse to cooperate with federal officers. State officials can oppose the federal government. State legislatures can invent legislative devices to impede and obstruct the federal government in its unconstitutional schemes. States can cooperate in concerted plans of resistance. States can easily defeat the federal government's schemes of usurpation, and, as a last resort, the states must defend themselves from the federal government. That's why the people are armed. James Madison, father of our Constitution, said that. Alexander Hamilton said these same things in the Federalist Papers. Now note well, Hamilton, Jefferson, and Madison said nullification is a natural right. It is not a constitutional right. Rights don't come from the Constitution, they come from God. So it's very simple. Where did the federal government come from? It was created by the Constitution. Who ratified the Constitution? We, the people, acting through special ratifying conventions called in each of the states. So the federal government is merely the creature of the Constitution and is completely subject to its terms. That is why the states, as the creators of the federal government, are the final authority on whether their creature has violated the constitutional compact the states made with each other. That is why the states have the natural right to nullify unconstitutional acts of their creature. The creature doesn't dictate to the creator.